Okay, today I'll be showing you how my solar pond works. Alright, let's start. Alright, in Jamaica where I'm from, yeah, where I live, electricity is expensive in light of the huge reduction in oil prices the US announced. Bauxite is a major it's a major export product of Jamaica and can be very viable and feasible if we were if we were to find a cheap source of producing electricity to produce aluminum, the finished product. All right, so the bauxite in Jamaica, yeah, it's dubbed up and then it's transported by truck or train to factories to produce alumina. This alumina is then transported to the US to make aluminum, the finished product, which can be very expensive when we actually purchase it back to make other finished products. All right, so this is how my solar pond works. All right, this is my solar pond, which consists of a huge amount of water, and then it also consists of high concentration of salt. The pond, this you can see, has a darker base which helps to conduct electricity. Why the salt is important is that it the salt equals to no convectional current, which with no convectional current, that means that the heat produced from the sun to the pond will actually stay in the pond, and the black base will actually help aid in the heating of the pond. All right, so with the huge concentration of salt in the pond, it produces something at the bottom layer of the pond, which is known as brine. So that's brine, which is a higher concentrated salt, or can say mixture, aqueous mixture. So basically, my pond works on that scheme where a huge concentration of salt adds to the water, eats up, and then it is transported to a pump. This pump will allow the hot brine to be pumped to an heat exchanger, which will consist of a special a special liquid called freon. Freon, it's a hydrofluorocarbon which has a low boiling point. Boiling point. All right, so when the hot brine is converted to the heat exchanger, which on on contact would will easily become steam. This steam will then turn a turbine, which will then produce electricity. All right, so this operation is simple. Operation is simple and can and is very viable. It's very economically viable. So again, the solar pond contains water, salted water with high concentration salt, which traps heat to a maximum level, and then it flows to the pump, which then pushes it to an heat exchanger where it contains a special liquid called freon. This flows through the heat exchanger, and that heat is converted the freon the turbine, which then turns a special type of turbine to produce electricity. And this electricity can then be the cheapest source we need to supply to produce aluminum in Jamaica instead of the huge cost of exporting it to the US, where we in turn have to purchase it back to make our finished products. So that's it. That's my solar pond, and I hope it's very interesting and appealing to you. Thank you.